Welcome back and happy new year. So we are back with a video today. You have read that title. We are going to be making some vegan crab cakes. We're going to actually make a whole meal. Okay, so let's get into it. So first we're going to start by washing our rice. We're going to always wash our rice. Okay, I am going in with 2 cups of rice and we're going to wash it. Just pretty much add some water to it and swish it around until the water becomes clear. Okay, you don't want dirty rice, dirty water. Anyway, we're going to put some plant butter into a pot and go ahead and add our washed rice to the pot. Now we're going to add 4 cups of water. You can always use some veggie broth, but today we're using what we got, okay? And I didn't have any veggie broth, so I am using 4 cups of water. And we're going to mix that rice all around into the butter so that it gets the butter on each rice string. Y'all know how we do over here. We got to work them elbows, okay? Make sure you get all of the butter and rice stirred in together so it will be very, very flavorful. We're also going to go ahead and season our rice, and the seasoning that we'll be using today will be by Flavor God. It's going to be lemon and garlic, so it has all the herbs that you need in it. It will be listed down in the description in case you want to get 10% off of your order. Next, we're going to go ahead and cut our veggies. So I am going to be cutting up just a little bit of a red onion. This part, of course, is very optional. I like red onions, but if you do not like them, I wouldn't suggest adding them to your crab cakes. Anywho, I'm going to just take 2 slices of those, and I always get rid of the outside and cut the middle part. So we're going to slice them up. You don't have to cut them very, very small because we are going to put these in a food processor. So next, I'm going to just put those to the side, and then I'm also going to be cutting up today some green onions. Like I said, the same thing. You don't have to cut them up very, very small because we're going to be putting them in the food processor, which is going to chop them up even smaller. If you are subscribed to my vlog channel, you already see my food processor that I got for Christmas. It is an extra large one and I love it so much. It comes in handy. I've already used it once, so this will be my second time using it. Super excited to use it for this, but I'm just going to put those green onions to the side with my red onions, and I'm also going to chop up 1 stalk of celery. Now again, here we are. Don't have to cut them up too small, so we just want to cut them up in a smaller piece, not too small, because the food processor is going to do all the work for us. Once your rice comes to a boil, you want to go ahead and turn down the heat on that to simmer. And then we're going to also add a top and let that cook until all the water has evaporated. Next, we're going to hop on over to a pan. We're going to add some more of that plant butter, and then we're going to melt it down. We're going to add our other bell peppers and onions. Okay, I am using frozen, and so we're going to cook those so that they will soften up. I'm also going to go ahead and add all of my other veggies and let them continue to cook and soften up. For our crab-like texture, we'll be using heart of palm and also some chickpeas. Now these hearts of palm are actually salad cut, which I love, so it doesn't put so much strain on the food processor. Anywho, we're going to go ahead and wash those. Make sure you wash them straight out of the can because you don't want that briny taste on the chickpeas or the hearts of palm. So just make sure you give them a really good rinse. So here we are with the fun part. We're gonna add all of our ingredients to the food processor. Y'all look at my new food processor. I love it. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and add all of the ingredients, our cooked bell peppers and onions. Now we're also gonna add some extra things such as 2 cloves of garlic. As you can see, I did not chop those up because the food processor is gonna do the work, baby. Let's work. We're also gonna add some mayo. We're also gonna add some regular mustard. We're also gonna add about a half a cup of breadcrumbs. These are not seasoned, just regular breadcrumbs. And then we're also going to use about a tablespoon of flour. If you need a list of ingredients, as always, they are listed down in the description. Now we're going to go ahead and season this thing up, okay? First of all, you know you got to use some Creole seasoning and some Old Bay. We're also going to go in with some garlic powder and onion powder. Now we're also going to add a Nori strip to make sure to get that seafood flavor taste. And I also added some dill weed as well. And you know, we can't forget the paprika. That just adds the little to it, okay? Once we have all the ingredients added, we're going to put the lid on the food processor and go ahead and begin to chop. Now you will see once it becomes a nice texture that it's time to go ahead and remove it. Next, we want to go ahead and get our breadcrumbs seasoned and put to the side so we can dip these and coat our crab cakes in them. I am using the same seasonings: Creole, Old Bay, paprika, onion powder, and some garlic powder. And we're just going to make sure to give the breadcrumbs a good mix. Now, you can just buy seasoned breadcrumbs, but this is what I had, so this is what we're using. Y'all already know what time it is. We're not making no extra trips to the grocery store. We're going to use what we got, okay, to get what we want. And we want some good crab cakes, so we're going to season up our breadcrumbs. I did notice that my mix needed a little bit more mayo, so I did add it. You want to make sure that it is not too wet, but wet enough to actually stick together to form a patty. I did notice, again, mine was a little bit too dry, so I just added a little bit more mayo, gave it a good mix, and then we're going to go ahead and form the patties. Before getting started on that, I'm going to go ahead and put my microwavable broccoli. As you can see, it's steamed in the microwave. I'm just going to add a little bit of pink salt, some black pepper. I'm also going to add some garlic powder, and then we're going to add some Parmesan cheese once the broccoli cooks down just a little bit. Now we're going to go ahead and form our patties. We are just forming these however what size you like. I was just fitting it to my hand, and then we're going to dip them in the breadcrumbs. Make sure to completely coat them in the breadcrumbs. Now that we have them nice and breaded, we're going to drop them down in some avocado oil and let them fry until golden brown on each side. Make sure to be careful while you are flipping these because I did break one of mine once I flipped it, but just be careful, girl. This is how the meal turned out. So delicious. I did top my rice with some parsley, but y'all, it was giving everything that needs to be gave. Okay, it was so good. Make sure to thumbs up this video. Let me know down below if you're gonna try this recipe. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you on the next video.